Hey guys, it's Josh. Welcome back to Cross Zone. I wasn't going to make a video today, but some very unfortunate news has come down the line, and this is not going to be the easiest video for me to make, so I hope you guys bear with me. Unfortunately, and I know most of you have heard about this by now, but George Foreman, legendary professional boxer George Foreman, passed away either this morning or last night. I woke up to the news. I got the notifications in my feed and everything. At first, I thought it was kind of a joke because, these death hoaxes come up on the internet all the time. And George, though he was 76, he wasn't exactly unhealthy. I mean, this is a guy who took pretty good care of himself physically and everything like that. So you just would not expect him to pass away at the age of 76, but that's apparently what happened. Now, as many of you know, George Foreman was a very devout Christian, and I'm going to make a whole separate video probably next week or the week after discussing George's effect on the Christian community as a whole, because he had a real positive effect on it, I think. And in my personal opinion, George, in many ways, in even most ways, was everything a Christian really should be. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm going to make a whole separate video about that. But today is just a dedication to him. So, for those of you who don't know the story, George Foreman is considered one of the top 5 hardest punchers in the history of boxing. And many people put him in the top 2 or 3. The hardest puncher is probably Ernie Shavers, but George Foreman is in that top 5 list somewhere, probably second or third. The man had devastating punches, and he was world champion 2 or 3 times. He fought Joe Frazier and all those Ken Norton and all those people that were great in the 70s and blew right through them. He lost to Muhammad Ali, and his career is a little shaky for me after that, but I do know that he came back after the loss to Muhammad Ali, won a couple of more fights, but then took a break from boxing for a while. And then what he did was he found Jesus, he found God, and he started giving his life to Christ, and he started talking about that on various TV shows and stuff like this. George retired from boxing. I don't remember the exact year. I believe it was somewhere like 1981, 82, somewhere in there. And he went on to develop the now famous George Foreman grill. And if you don't know what I don't care how old or how young you are, if you don't know what the George Foreman grill is, there's something wrong with you. That thing is the most convenient thing ever. You can cook anything in that thing, even though it's smaller than the size of most hot plates. The George Foreman grill it's an amazing thing. He made a lot of money off that George Foreman grill through the 80s, and he made money speaking at various colleges and Christian churches and stuff like this. He was a man who believed in pursuing your dreams so long as you didn't step on God's toes when doing so. But anyway, George Foreman decided to make a comeback to boxing, and I'm condensing this story because otherwise this video will go on forever. He decided to make a comeback in 1991. He was 45 years old at the time. And people were, of course, laughing at him. There's no way you can be 45 and be a professional boxer, right? He proved them all wrong, to make a very long story short. Every top contender that they put in front of George, 45-year-old George, he beat. The only person he lost to was Evander Holyfield, and that was on decision. So George Foreman at 45 and at least 270, 280 pounds won a full 12 rounds with Evander Holyfield. And a year or two after that, at the age of 47, Foreman won the world championship again. Foreman became the world champion in boxing again at the age of 47. Now, he didn't hang on to the title that long after that. He lost it to, I believe it was Tommy Morrison, Tommy the Duke Morrison, if you guys know who that is. But his story is just incredible. In his post-boxing life, he spent most of it, when he's not selling his Foreman grills, he's preaching to the youth or trying to help youth follow their dreams or speaking at churches and stuff like this. And just an incredible all-around guy. Just an incredible all-around guy. I feel at a loss for this one. I didn't expect to get this news this morning. And I know I'm preaching to a Gen Z crowd here, so you guys might not know Foreman as well as I do, but this news is big enough to me. I just wanted to make a video of it, man. Very few people have had the impact on the boxing world, the real world, and the Christian world the way George Foreman has. And he's a man who you can follow his example. And you'll probably enter into the gates of heaven. So, George, I never met you, but I always felt kind of like I knew you. Didn't pay a whole lot of attention to you for the last 4 or 5 years, but I always had that love. And man, I know that when it's my time to go, I'll meet you in person and we'll see each other in the good place. Rest in peace, my friend. That's it.